Hello everyone. I hope you are in best of your spirits. So today we'll be discussing about Stashed 2.0. Previously we covered Stashed. In Stashed we learned various topics, both static as well as dynamic, and it was good to see students answering with a very lightning speed, that too without options. So it was a very interesting program, very interesting session. So first of all, I would like to tell you what do we mean by stashed. Stashed is to put something at a safer place, and no place can be safer than our brain. So basically, stashed is to put the things into our brain. So whatever we are reading, whatever we are learning, whatever we are coming across every day, we are putting it into our brain. Now, putting these things in our brain is a tough task because there are lots of things. UPSC is a very information loaded exam. We have so many heavy documents like budget, economic survey. Then we have different types of topics like IUCN Red List, international conventions, agreements, organizations, entices, reports, and it goes on and on. So it's really complicated, very tough, very struggling to learn all of them. But no more. I'll help you learn all these topics with the help of memory techniques. And not only memory techniques, these are itself very interesting, very funny techniques. So that's it. Why do not we forget a movie? We watch a movie, but we do not forget it, even without revision. Why? Because we can visualize it. Similarly, if we can visualize our topics, though it's little tough, we need to learn how to visualize them. But if we are able to do so, naturally, we will not even forget those topics like we don't forget a movie. So here I'm trying the same. I'm trying to help you visualize the topics and to apply basic different types of memory techniques so that you can relate those topics with the techniques and it is imprinted in your mind. So before moving further, I would like to introduce myself to you. I am Purti Garg, a national memory champion. I have been felicitated at several places. So before moving ahead, I would like to show you a small clip of a previous batch, like how I am able to do all this. So have a look. Please call out the numbers for me. And yes, I call this as a 1 second. 1 second means you will just relate it in a few minutes. Thank you so much. So see, there are lots of numbers written on the screen, and let me tell you, there are a lot of numbers written on the screen. Let's see if I am able to learn them. 15, 54, 29, 59, 61, 10, 16, 18, 87, 31, 45, 38, 20, 72, 99, 78, 75, 98, 78, 15, 37, 55, 85, 49, 77, 79 and 59. Were the numbers correct? So I hope so. So now I can also recall these numbers in the reverse order. That means from here to that end. So you can check them. 95, 97, 77, 94, 58, 55, 73, 23, 51, 87, 89, 57, 87, 99, 27, 02, 83, 54, 13, 78, 81, 61, 01, 16, 95, 92, 45 and 51. I hope the numbers were correct. Now you can see that I am able to do this, but how will you able to do this? How can you remember large number of important and confusing topics like IUCN Red List of Species, Economic Survey, Budget, Missiles, Space Missions, Defense Exercises, Places in News, Conventions, Indices, Reports, Agreements, and the list goes on. So it's actually a long list. And we have to learn the topics of previous 1.5 years at least. They are very important. And also on top of that, not only this, the question can be around the topics. For example, if Strait of Malacca is in news, so not only UPSC will ask you specifically Strait of Malacca, the question can be around it. It can ask you different straits. For example, it can ask you about Bering Strait, it can ask you about Dardanelles Strait. So we need to learn all of them. So this way it gets more complicated because we have to learn around the topics itself. So how we can do this? It's very simple with the help of these techniques. Before that, see, these are some screenshots of our sessions because what we do in Stash basically, first of all, I'll give you video sessions. In the morning, the video sessions will be uploaded. Then you will have a look at them. You will watch them very nicely. And then we'll be discussing the doubts and the MCQ sessions in our Habitat group. Okay, I'll be giving you a link of Habitat. There we'll be having discussions, daily sessions based on your doubts, based on MCQs, based on revision. So it is very interesting. Okay. So see, the students are able to answer the questions even without options, and that too very correctly and with the lightning speed. They used to answer in a fraction of a second. For example, see, I asked them, Ramakrishna Mission opposed the caste system and untouchability. Is it true or false? So 5:32 p.m. I posted it, and 5:32 p.m. itself, so many students gave the answers because they do not have to think much. They do not have to brainstorm now because these topics are on their fingertips now. So similarly, you should have the current affairs also on your fingertips. If someone asks you in sleep also, while you are asleep, and someone awakes you and asks, oh, which is this index or which organization publishes this report, so you should be able to answer it. There are certain topics that should be on your fingertips. So similarly, we had a very interesting session like Deoband movement. If I asked them, so they were able to answer its founders. Or if I asked them to recall string puppets, I did not give them any options, but they were able to recall all the names. They were able to recall the stories behind them. So, then I gave them a story. A doll went to a bar and ate vada pav in Chakna. Sounds very interesting also. So this was one of the story, one of the technique that we applied, and they were able to distinguish whether it was glove puppet, shadow puppet, rod puppet or string puppet. So it's very easy to learn with the help of these techniques. So I'll be teaching you so many number of techniques in the Stash 2.0, and then learning current affairs will be a cakewalk for you guys. So these are other screenshots. Now, first of all, I would like to help you learn IUCN Red List because this is one topic that my students say that it's very complicated. They find it very tough. So let's see if we can learn it in very first reading. The technique that we'll be using here is Memory Palace method. And we'll be learning critically endangered species today. Students get confused between the status, whether it is in the critically endangered category or endangered or vulnerable category or so on. So we'll be learning in critically endangered species today with the help of Memory Palace. Now, what is this Memory Palace? Memory Palace can be your drawing room, your bedroom, your garden, your kitchen, anything which you are aware of. Okay. So I'm taking a common Memory Palace for you guys so that each one of you can relate over here. So this is my memory palace for learning critically endangered species. Now how we'll be learning them? See, these are the species that we are going to learn, 12 critically endangered species, and we'll be moving in a cycle. For example, you entered the room, then you see this, then this. So in a cycle, we'll be moving like this. Okay, one by one, we'll have a look to all the objects and we'll be associating our species with them. For example, the first one is Great Indian Bustard. So for Great Indian Bustard, I can pick this great. So when you enter this room, you see, oh, this room is very great, very beautiful. This living room is very good, very great. So Great Indian Bustard. Then so one is Great Indian Bustard. Then the second one is Leatherback Turtle. So can you see this leather in this? Leatherback Turtle, leather. So something like this also looks something like of leather. So I can associate Leatherback Turtle with this. Just imagine that a turtle is sitting over here. So Leatherback Turtle. Then this is pink in color. So I'll say pink-headed duck. Just imagine a pink-headed duck sitting on this pink chair, basically a pink puffy, we can say. Okay. Then this is white in color. So I can say white-backed vulture. On this white puffy, white-backed vulture is sitting. Now we'll be moving in a cycle. Like first we covered these three. We entered the room. Then we saw these three objects. Then we'll move forward. Then we come across this blue chair. So since it's blue in color, so Ganges shark. Now Ganges shark, Ganges river, Ganga river, it is blue in color. So Ganges shark. This chair is blue in color. So its blue color will remind you of Ganges shark. The next one is forest owlet. Now forest, you see trees in forest. So can you see these trees out of the glass? So just imagine that a owl is sitting on this tree. That an owl is sitting in this tree, and seeing this you will be remembered of forest owlet. The next one is Namdapha flying squirrel. So Namdapha, dafan, to bury. So just imagine that this tree is in the soil, and here below this tree in the soil you have buried a squirrel. So Namdapha flying squirrel, right? Then is Andaman white-toothed shrew. Andaman, under you can see egg. So just imagine that the species is sitting on top of this and it is giving eggs, and the eggs are falling down on the stool. So Andaman white-toothed shrew, right? The next one is Ghadial. Ghadial, can you see this ghadi, this clock? So ghadi se aapko yaad aayega Ghadial. With ghadi you can associate Ghadial. Then next you can see this very beautiful sofa. So the queen sits over here. She says, oh, since I am the queen, so I will sit on a bigger sofa. So Himalayan quail. By looking at quail, you will recall, or you will be thinking of queen, and so Himalayan quail. Then the next one is Siberian crane. Siberian crane says, I am a very special species, so I'll sit on a special place. So here, I'll sit on this top of the table. So just imagine that a Siberian crane is sitting on the table. And finally, the last one is Sumatran rhinoceros. So Sumatran rhinoceros is a huge species, a large species. So it cannot accommodate itself on these puffies or chairs. So it says, I will sit on the ground. So here it is, Sumatran rhinoceros. Now we have just read once, but let's see if you are able to recall all the critically endangered species without any options. If nothing is in front of you, are you able to recall all the critically endangered species? Let's try. The first one, as you enter the room, you said, oh, this living room is very great. So Great Indian Bustard, the first one. Then you saw this puffy. So you said, oh, it's looking like leather. So Leatherback Turtle. Then this pink-headed duck, pink puffy, so pink-headed duck. Then this white in color, so white-backed vulture. Then blue color reminds of you of shark, so Ganges shark. Tree, an owl was sitting on the tree, so forest owlet. Then here you buried this squirrel, so Namdapha flying squirrel. Then Andaman, this species was sitting over here and giving eggs, so Andaman, white-toothed shrew. Then Ghadi, clock, Ghadi se Ghadial. Then queen was sitting over here, so quail, Himalayan quail. Then Siberian crane says, I am very special, so I'll be sitting on the top of the table, so Siberian crane. And finally, Sumatran rhinoceros was a huge animal, so it said, I'll be sitting on the ground. So Sumatran rhinoceros. So can you see the beauty of these tricks? Without anything in front of you, no options, no question, you are able to recall all the critically endangered species in order that you learned. Okay. So similarly, I'll be teaching you many complex topics with many these memory techniques. Okay, I have a number of memory techniques for you guys. And yes, do not forget to download the PDF. Link for the PDFs is in the description below. So don't forget to download them. And details of Stash 2.0 is given in the end. That means the topics that we'll be covering, how we'll be covering. So all the details are given in the end of the video. Now, environmental conventions and protocols. This is another very confusing topic because there are so many conventions that we tend to forget which convention is for what purpose, what objective. So let's try learning few of them right now. The first one is Ramsar Convention. Ramsar, Ram. Can you see this Lord Ram? Ram in this? So Lord Ram. Convention on wet lands. Wet and lands. So just imagine that Lord Ram, you worship Lord Ram, and with the grace of Lord Ram, rain pours down, and hence the lands get wet for the crops to grow. So Lord Ram, Ramsar Convention will remind you of Lord Ram, and with grace of Lord Ram, rain pours down, and finally the lands get wet. So it is a convention on wetlands. The next one is Basel Convention. Basel, can you see this base in Basel Convention, this base? So just imagine air base. Now, it is a convention on the control of transboundary movements of hazardous wastes and their disposal. So, just imagine that on an air base, it is said that you cannot throw or you cannot dispose any hazardous waste. So, we have associated air base with hazardous waste, that you cannot dispose any hazardous waste on the air base. So, Basel Convention will remind you of base, air base, and finally hazardous waste. Then Bonn Convention, Bonn. Can we change this Bonn into something else that we can visualize? Yes. For example, I change this into born. A child is born. A child takes place, a birth, a child comes into a life, he takes birth. So born. Now, when the child comes into life, can a mother give her child to someone? No. If a relative says, can you give me your child for 2-3 days? I'll keep it at my place. So mother says, no, he is very dear to me or she is very dear to me and I'll not give my child to you. That means I will not allow my child to migrate. So it is a convention on the conservation of migratory species of wild animals. We just need to remember the keyword. So migratory is the keyword, migratory species. So Bonn Convention, it will remind you of born, a child is born, and finally the mother says, I will not allow my child to migrate. So migratory species. The next one is Vienna Convention. Vienna, can we see this van in Vienna? Vienna, van. So we have a roof of the van. So the roof of the van protects us from the harmful rays, from the ultraviolet rays. So it is a convention on the protection of ozone layer. And ozone layer, it's very important. It protects us from harmful rays. Similarly, like the roof of the van protects us from harmful rays. So Vienna Convention, it is for the protection of ozone layer. Then Kyoto, Toyota. So Toyota car we can imagine. Now, it is an international protocol to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. So see, Kyoto, Toyota car. So we need to replace our Toyota car's engine with B6 standards, from BS4 to BS6 standard. So why? To reduce greenhouse gas emissions. So now whenever you will come across this Kyoto protocol, it will remind you of Toyota car. And finally, you will imagine that yes, you have to get its engine replaced with BS6 standard for reduction in greenhouse gas emissions. Minamata. That means Mina. I can change it into Mina, and Mata ko I can make Mala. That is garland. So Mina is wearing a garland which is very shiny. So you ask her, is it made up of diamond? So she says, no, it's not diamond, but it is mercury. So when you ask Meena the reason of her garland shining so much, so she says that it is because it's made up of mercury. So it is an international environmental treaty intended to protect health and the environment from the adverse effects of mercury. So Minamata, Meena ki mala, garland of Meena, it's made up of mercury. Nagoya Protocol, Goa. Very interesting, beach of Goa. So just imagine that you are drinking wine on the beach of Goa. So genetic resources, access to genetic resources. Now why you are drinking a wine on the beach of Goa? Because it is genetic. Your grandfather used to drink, then your father, then you. So it is genetic. So now whenever you will go to Goa and you will drink wine on the beach of Goa, so automatically Nagoya Protocol will strike you, that it is access to genetic resources and the fair and equitable sharing of benefits. Now, you do not drink wine alone. You share it with your friends as well. So, genetic and sharing. Then Stockholm Convention. Stop. There is so much of air pollution nowadays. Why? Because there is a huge stock of pollutants. So, Stockholm Convention stock and stock of pollutants is there. So, it is a convention on persistent organic pollutants. So I hope now you are finding it very easy. For example, now if I ask you Basel Convention, oh, base, air base, hazardous waste ka disposal. If I ask you, okay, Stockholm Convention, so stock of pollutants. If I ask you Minamata, oh, she was wearing a garland of mercury. So this way you can imagine and you can recall each one of them very clearly. So there is a reduced scope of negative marking. Either you know it or you don't know it. And negative marking is the one that takes most of your marks. Okay. So now you will have an edge. You will be able to reduce your negative marking and hence your score will boost up. The next topic that we'll try to learn is missiles of India, because again we get confused. Is it air to air or surface to air, cruise missile or ballistic missile? So we get confused. So let's see how we can learn them without any confusion. The first one that we'll be learning is anti-tank missiles. So can you see this tank? Okay. Now Amogha, Nag and Helena. These three are anti-tank missiles. Now how to learn them? Amog. Can you see Amog, Amul butter I can imagine for Amog. Amul, we cannot see Amog, but we can see Amul butter. Then Nag. Yes, snake we can all see. So snake. Then Helena, Helen, actress Helen. So for Helena, my code is Helen. Now how to learn them? Just imagine that Helena, this actress Helena, is sitting in the tank and eating Amul butter when she notices a snake besides her. Okay, so anti-tank missile. Helena was sitting in the tank. As soon as you will look or whenever you will hear anti-tank missiles or tank, Helena was sitting in the tank. That means Helen actress was sitting in the tank. She was eating Amul butter in the tank and finally she noticed a snake besides her. Then cruise missile. Cruise. Can you see this cruise ship? Very beautiful cruise ship. So Brahmos, Lord Brahma. And Nirbhay means without fear, when you are not frightened. So just imagine that Lord Brahma is sitting in the cruise ship without any fear and he is enjoying. So cruise missiles. The next one is surface to air. Now surface to air, that means anything which is on surface and it goes into air. So surface to air. So Trishul, Akash, Baraket and Prithvi air defense. Prithvi is land, surface. So just imagine the surface. Akash is sky, that means in air. So air. So surface to air. Two are learned. Prithvi, because from surface, it goes from surface. And into air, that means into Akash. So Prithvi and Akash are surface to air. Then Barak, Rak. This rack we can say. I can transform it into rack. Barak, Rak to rack. So this rack, this bottle is acting as a rack for the rockets. So rack. Trishul. What is Trishul? Trishul is something of this sort. So there are two main pillars, like there are two rockets over here. So Trishul. So we can learn surface to air missiles with the help of rockets we fire on Diwali. Sounds interesting. So Prithvi, because it is from surface to air, so Akash. Barak, because from rack we are firing it from a rack in the bottle, a container, and finally Trishul because there are two rockets in the form of Trishul. The next one is air to air. Now air to air, that means something which is in the air and floating in the air. So sky lanterns. How do we light up sky lanterns? By placing them in air. We hold them in air and then we light them up. So air to air. Now just imagine this MICA. We can call it as mica. So just imagine that these sky lanterns are made up of mica rather than that thin fabric. Okay. So our sky lanterns are made of mica. These are specially designed to spy on Pakistan. So they act as weapon. That means Astra. And Novator, Nova. Can you see this Nova? Nova star. So just imagine that we have specially designed a sky lantern which is made of mica, so that it can act as a weapon to spy on Pakistan. And when it is in high in air, so it looks like a Nova star. So air to air missiles. So this way now you will never be confused. For example, I'll ask you Astra. Oh, Astra weapon, sky lantern. So air to air. If I say, okay, BrahMos, so Brahma, Lord Brahma was enjoying in cruise ship, so cruise missile. If I say, okay, Akash, oh, in air, so surface to air. So like this, you will be able to remember them for a long, long period of time. Now, economic survey, it is again a very bulky document, and students, they cry while reading economic survey because it's very tough. Like, first of all, you are tired reading this, and learning it again is a very tough task. And also, can you notice one thing? With the help of these techniques, you will be able to revise them also without your books. Like while you are traveling, while you are bathing, while you are cooking, while you are walking, while lying on the bed before sleeping. You will be able to recall them because just you have to move into your imagination. You have to go through your imagination and things are there. For example, if I ask you to recall IUCN red species, so now you will not struggle much. Why? Because for IUCN red species, you will just move into that living room and one by one things will be in your mind. So because we do not get time to revise, we think that, okay, first let's complete the entire syllabus, then we'll sit to revise. And the syllabus never ends and the revision never starts, and this goes on and on. So with the help of these techniques, firstly, you can learn quickly. So this will save your time. Then there is a reduced scope of negative marking because either you know it or you don't know it. Whatever you have learned with these techniques, it's very clear in your mind. And finally, you will be able to revise them as well before the end of the day. Whatever you have read during the day, you can just recall it within 5-10 minutes at the end of the day. So it won't take much time. Otherwise, revision itself is a complete reading. Yes? Okay, so let's try learning economic survey now. So types of economic recovery. Basically, we'll be learning this topic from economic survey today. Types of economic recovery. The first one is Z-shaped recovery. Z-shaped recovery. We'll get confused. Z-shaped, L-shaped, J-shaped. So for this, do you all remember your ABCD of kindergarten? Z for zebra we have learned. So let's make a quote for Z-shaped as zebra. Okay. Now, it is a most optimistic scenario in which the economy quickly rises after a crash. Means when you thrash this zebra, he falls on the ground, but it rises up very quickly. Okay, so the economy quickly rises. Can you see this zebra galloping like a horse? So you thrash it, you beat it, it fall down on the ground, but after falling on the ground, it again comes back with the same energy. Rather, it rises very quickly. So economy quickly rises. The next one is V-shaped recovery. V-shaped, V for van. Can you remember that Vienna Convention for van? The roof protects us from harmful rays. Okay, so it was for the protection of ozone layer. Convention on the protection of ozone layer. So can you see how we can revise within the topics itself? Okay, coming back, V-shaped recovery, V for van. So economy quickly recoups lost ground and gets back to the normal growth trend line. In Z-shaped recovery, it was rising quickly. In V-shaped recovery, it is coming back to the normal growth trend line. So how we can learn? For example, you are driving a van, you come across a speed breaker or any barrier, any pit, so you stop, you lower the speed. Then again, you can increase the speed, you can press the accelerator and you can get back to the normal speed. So the economy quickly recoups lost ground and gets back to the normal growth trend line with the speed which you were driving previously. U-shaped, U for umbrella. So just imagine that a strong wind is blowing because economy after falling, struggling and muddling. So there is a strong wind. The umbrella falls down in the wind. You are holding it tight. You are struggling to hold it tight, but it fell down due to the strong wind. So economy after falling struggles and muddles because you are struggling very hard to hold the umbrella in the strong wind. So it struggles and muddles around a low growth rate for some time before rising gradually to usual levels. Gradually is very important over here because when you are struggling hard to hold the umbrella, you are managing somehow, then slowly it comes back into shape as the wind slows down a little bit, or you do some arrangement, you manage it. See, the umbrella gets upside down due to the strong wind. So gradually you try to make the umbrella in its normal shape. So before rising gradually to usual level. So it takes some time. Okay. Then W-shaped recovery. From W we can make out fall, then rise, then fall, then rise. So this is it. Growth falls and rises, but growth falls and rises, but again falls again before recovering. So it falls again before recovering, thus making a W-like chart. Okay. L-shaped recovery. Now, L for lion. Can you see this lion over here? So it is the worst case scenario. Now, zebra, when you thrash it, when you beat it, it fell down. But again, it came back very quickly. The economy quickly rises. But in L-shaped recovery, it is very worst case scenario. Why? Because the growth after falling stagnates at low levels and does not recover for a long time. Can you see this lion? Now it has fallen down. It is not in a condition to stand up. It is not able to gather that strength to stand up, and it stagnates at low levels and it does not recover for a long period of time. It keeps lying there for a long period of time. So this is L-shaped recovery. Now you may forget earlier with L-shaped, J-shaped, okay, Z-shaped, V-shaped, W-shaped, but now you will never forget because we have associated them. U for umbrella, so you have to struggle, then gradually it comes back to the normal shape. V-shaped, so first the growth falls down, but gradually it comes to the normal growth trend line. This way you will never forget now. Now J-shaped recovery. J for Joker we have learned. So it is a very unrealistic scenario. Growth rises sharply. Here it is rising sharply from the lows, much higher for when it was normal growth trend line. For J-shaped, it is higher than the trend line and stays there. So just imagine, rise sharply from the lows. For example, the crowd is sitting in a very low mood. They are very sad on something, due to something. So the Joker comes and he makes people laugh with his activities, funny activities. He does funny things to make people laugh. So now the people, they come back with a higher level of energy. They were sad earlier, they were low earlier, but now they come back with a higher level of energy. So the growth rises sharply from the lows, much higher than the trend line and stays there. So I hope now you can make the difference with the help of these techniques very clearly. So as I told you, the link for the PDF is in the description below. Do not forget to download the PDFs. Now here I have put some screenshots of my students, the feedbacks from my students. This is on Quora by my student Atul Singh. You can have a look. You can pause the video and read it. Then see, it's written here that this program will equip you with all the artillery needed to fire on the battlefield. So you can have a look and you can also acquire yourself with all these things. Then this is by another student. Here they are given, so you can have a look for all of them. You can pause the video and you can have a look to all of them. Now, the very important part of today's session is the topics to be covered. What all topics we'll be covering in STASH 2.0. So we'll be covering a huge list of topics. For example, from international relations, we'll be covering places in news, international visits of Prime Minister Modi, defense exercises, international agreements, international organizations reports, indices, environment. We'll be covering species and news, their IUCN data, the category, then conservation areas, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, tiger reserves, biosphere reserves, Ramsar sites, laws, schemes, policies like WPA Act, conventions, protocols, agreements, important organizations. Then science and technology, important discoveries, new technologies like AI, blockchain, etc., demanding on the like based on the demand. Then defense, missiles, space missions, etc. In economy, budget, economic survey, important trends. We usually get questions on important trends, indices, reports. Polity, we have bills, acts, laws, policies, schemes. Geography, like volcanoes, where they are located, etc. Other geographical events, mountains, plateaus, etc. Economic geography, like crops, minerals. Landlocked countries, the countries bordering them, the countries bordering the seas, etc. Art and culture, the heritage sites, Indian state tablets on Republic Day, GI tags, important leaders, their associated main points, their books, their movements, etc. So it's a very long list of topics. It is going to be a very interesting session. All the things that are of the past 1.5 years related to current affairs will be on your fingertips with the help of these memory techniques. So do join. And yes, in detail, if you want to know what we are doing, what you will be getting in this, so you will be getting to learn 10 plus memory techniques, their application for UPSC IAS exam, the worksheets, PDFs will be given to you, worksheets will be given to you. I will be evaluating them for each one of you. Then video sessions, as I told you, first I'll be giving you video sessions. Then I'll be giving you a link for the habitat session where you will be clearing your doubts with me. We'll be having MCQ sessions, we'll be having revision sessions. Also, there will be preparatory sessions, and then I will be supporting you throughout your UPSC journey. So the details and Habitat link is given in the description below. So you can join me on Habitat. Do not wait. Join me today itself. Ask whatever you want to ask. Join there. Raise your voice. Ask your doubts related to this workshop. Anything you want to ask, you're free to ask me. Okay. So the link is given in the description below. Do not forget to download it, and do not forget to click on the link given below. See you soon. Stay tuned. Waiting to see you guys on the Habitat. Thank you.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from Civils Daily.